Come back in 2 minutes.
What started as a minor problem
Bonjour. Hello. He needs help.
is about to become a major incident.
Oh, no.
We move him. Mine.
Boom.
I think the first film you're making it for, I was 31 when I made No Man's Land, so I think I was making it for 31 years. It's different with every other film, but that film, the first film is, is somehow something that's been cooking for a long, long time. It was hard shooting. No Man's Land was really, really hard shoot. I know it now because I've shot a few films since then, and we had 36 days to shoot it. And after first day of shooting, it just started raining. And it was raining for 9 days. And we lost 9 days, totally, completely. We couldn't shoot anything. It was just pouring rain. And we then shot the film in 26 days, which was possible because I really knew what I wanted. I had storyboarded the whole film. And we were making, one day we made 27 setups. So, people who shoot feature films know how difficult it is. And we managed.
How did you like working with the actors? Did you do a lot of rehearsal, any improv? What was it really like?
I never do rehearsals with actors.
No?
I don't know why. I talk with them, we discuss, I tell them what I think about character, how I think should be. For me, there are two different types of scenes in the film. One is technical scene, which is you go from left, you enter the car and you drive away, not much acting. And then there are acting scenes in which I prefer to have actors play the thing. I know how I want it, but I always let them play, seeing maybe they have something that I didn't think of, and sometimes they can bring you things. When you have a good actors, you should use them in that way because they think and they can bring you a lot of new things. So I think it's a kind of, instead of imposing things on them, it's kind of working. So I see how they do this, then I tell them what I think, and we try to make up the best version of things.
Nada. Šta je?
Boli me u stomak.
Oj, Bože.
Who do you think, in terms of your crew, who are the people you tend to make the strongest connection with? Cinematographers, generally?
Yes. No, producer comes first. Producer is somebody that, that I don't even count because producer is the key element in making any film. Then comes the director of photography, because this is the guy that, that you're going to work really closely with. And for me, the really, really important is first assistant, because that's the guy that I spend most time with, and he's dealing with everyday problems and everyday, tasks.
I'm wondering now, with your students that you teach now in Sarajevo, how much concentration do you put on the screenplay?
There are different ways of making movies. There are different types of films. But at the end of the day, it comes to the story. It's story, 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 and story again. So I make them read the books about story. And I tell them, look, about screenplays. I tell them, you should read this. You should read Aristotle. You should read, the history of dramaturgy. You should read theater a lot. And then you should all forget it and go make your thing, because, copying doesn't help. You have to go but you have to learn certain rules. You have to learn certain things in order to, to not respect them. But I think if you had a good screenplay, that's really the beginning of a good film. Because I've rarely seen good films with a bad screenplays. And I've seen good screenplays, becoming a bad films. That can happen. You should have feelings when you read these stories. I think that's really important. You should feel something. Once you finish the screenplay, there should be something. And if there's not, then you don't have a good screenplay.